Yes! We are live. We are Allium. This is our live stream. Mum, no, this is not a good time. I've got some questions to answer today. Talking about the band and our new song, Witches, which is out now.
Also probably mention Danny and Lewis aren't here.
Ah, yes. Yes, this is half the band. This is not all of us. Me and Tom are here on behalf of all of us to be with you today. Witches is our new song. We've been working on it like all year, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're really excited for it to be out and share it with all of you now. So yeah, should we get started?
So, first question is from Big Bert. Have you considered a new drummer?
This is an interesting question because
Yes.
obviously, Danny will always be our first choice as a drummer. And, you know, he is the drummer of the band. He does have some plans that he may explore in the future, which would require him to take some time away. And if that does happen, we will probably look for a temporary drummer. But, yeah.
Danny will always
be
the OG,
the
Allium
OG,
drummer.
first choice in the band.
What was your inspiration for Witches? Who writes the tunes?
Oh, good question. So, Tom, generally will...
I'll come up with, like, a riff, chords, whatever.
A musical idea, and will present that to me. Then I will start brainstorming lyrics. I write all the lyrics for the songs. And then once we've kind of got that foundation, Danny and Lewis will bring their essence, put their magic touch on the songs, and yeah, that's when it all comes together.
A lot of it's improv as well, just trying out different
for
ideas
sure.
until something sticks.
I mean, and that's also how I write most of my lyrics sometimes, is I will start by listening to music and improvising at the same time, kind of pull my brain out a little bit, and then just kind of pick the good bits from there. And that's how they usually start. It's fabulous to see such a fabulous woman fronting such an epic band. Who are your musical influences? Thank you, Nicole. That's very sweet to hear. Do you want to take this one?
Well, I think we've all got kind of different influences, but they
sure.
definitely gel in like the best way possible.
Yeah. There's some, different genres, subgenres.
Yeah.
But our sound is pretty 90s rock, punky, alternative. Do you want to say some of your influences?
In terms of like specific bands and artists, Green Day is my biggest influence, alongside probably the Foo Fighters and My Chemical Romance.
Classics.
Just the way, especially My Chem, the way the two guitarists interact and write their parts around each other is brilliant.
Me personally, there's so many different artists and different like genres that I listen to. I definitely feel like there's a bit of influence from Destroy Boys.
Oh, without a doubt, that's the one I forgot to mention.
In there, yeah, for sure. There's some Korn, there's some, loads and loads. And obviously Nirvana's been thrown in there as well. So, this is from Isgrove. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That is a loaded question if I've ever read one.
Yeah.
Kind of sending me into some kind of mental spiral. Kind of not sure what to do with myself there.
Yeah.
At least two.
At least two. That's a good starting point anyway.
Yeah, obviously you can, build up from there. Depends on the situation, but at least two always.
It's like one of those multiple choice maths questions where your answer is none of the answers on there, but it's close to one of them, so you just go with that.
Yeah. Also kind of reminds me of what's that film? Something's Guide to the Galaxy, and the answer's life is just 42.
I saw the book as well. I had to read that. So in like year 7 and 8, when we had to do we had like a reading log, and you had to fill it out every week with what book you've read.
Oh, I remember that.
And
I remember doing that exact same thing.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's the one.
That's the one, and that is our philosophical question of the evening. Next question is from Anita Loudword. This is, what does Allium mean? Allium? When we first were coming up with the name of our band, there was loads of different ideas floating around,
Mhm.
and to kind of get a starting point and like really ground our heads, we kind of picked a colour that
We
reflected
associate.
the sound of our music,
Yeah.
and that was purple. And from there, we just spent like hours trying to think of all the purple things.
Yeah.
And Allium is the name of a purple flower, and Allium is a really cool fucking name.
Yeah. I mean, it just came from obviously having the colour in mind and then just throwing things quite
Yeah.
literally at a whiteboard until
For sure.
something stuck. It was one of those moments where like you knew you found it,
Oh god, yeah.
because we came up with so many different names that just kind of were
You're
like,
like, no,
it's all right,
yeah.
but I know we could do better. But as soon as Allium came about, it was
We
kind
were
of
kind
like
of- Yeah,
that's it sort
that's
of
the
thing. Yeah.
one. You're playing some great venues now, which is great. Can't wait for the Louis. Are there any venues which you'd love to play?
Fleece. I want to get in the fleece.
Definitely, 100%. And also, although it's such a big venue, and it's probably going to be a while till we get there, I'd love to play at the O2 as well.
Well, I think it's funny you mentioned that.
Oh, is that one of our questions?
Well,
it's our
the
next question! Okay, so when are you playing the O2? And
Tomorrow.
yeah, actually, this is the O2. Welcome.
Yeah.
This is the gig. No, funnily enough, when I first kind of came to the decision that I was going to pursue music as an individual and an artist, that was kind of one of the first goals that I set for myself, and I was like, end game. If I play at the O2, I've made it. So whenever they'll have us,
Yeah.
basically.
O2, get in touch.
Yeah.
Get Allium band.
We'll have premium merch for you there.
Yeah. Witches t-shirts made
Yeah.
out of some like
Silk,
yeah
velvet, gold.
diamond encrusted Allium merch.
Obviously.
Corey Ryan 97. How did you all meet and decide that you wanted to create the band? This is kind of a long-winded one. There's a lot to this.
Let's unpack.
Yeah.
We've got all evening. Let's do this.
I mean, it goes back to college pretty much.
College. So I guess the first connection to the band was me and Tom. Before college even started, we knew we were going to the same place. We had Felix and a couple mutual friends. So before the college even started, Tom reached out to me. I had a few like acoustic original songs on my SoundCloud, and he asked if he could mix it and make it alternative, a little bit punky. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh my god, I need to work with this. I need to work with this musician. And first day of college, we got put in a band together. Different band. Can you believe it? Our bassist Lewis, he was in a different band in the same year at college, in our same class. There were 2 or 3 bands. There were 3 bands in
well,
our
originally
year.
it was split into 2 different...
Because
in
of
the first,
COVID. Oh, the online days. Anyway, after that band split up, and it was already coming to the end of college, it ended quite messily.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like looking for ways to still make music together.
Well, I tried out... Well, towards the end of college, I tried out for a band that was completely separate from what we were doing. And me and Danny kind of...
worked out for that you wanted to work together, but not in that band.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when we all reached out to each other and was like, shall we try this? And we did.
Yeah.
We were thinking of a couple of different bases. We put out something online.
PMT, we put a poster up in PMT.
Yeah, looking for bases.
We did the Destroy Boys cover.
Oh my god, that's true! That's what started it all off. Amazing.
I think that's still up on... Is it on the Allium page, or is it...
It's on YouTube. It's definitely on YouTube.
I think it's, at the minute, it's on my
Your
guitar
personal.
YouTube and my Instagram.
Yeah.
But that would be cool to get
So if
on the Allium.
anyone's curious about the first song that we ever
Yeah.
played together, go listen to that video
Yeah.
on Tom's YouTube.
Tom does guitar covers.
Vixen. Yeah. Next question. This is from _Emils, I think.
_Mills.
Hope I pronounced that correctly. Sorry if I butchered that. What do you think about the Bristol music scene? Very diverse.
Yeah.
There is so much going on in Bristol. It's renowned for music.
Mm-hmm.
So many different genres and subgenres that have been created and kind of refined here.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, you'll find so many different types of musicians working together. It's such, I would say, a meaningful place for music.
Oh, without a doubt.
Bristol.
And I mean, even the stuff, like the bands we've supported have all been incredible in our short time gigging over the past few months. We've definitely seen some great acts.
100%. 100%.
What's the cat's name?
His name is Sydney.
Did you see him?
I didn't notice, but he is here. Sydney cat, do you want to come join the live? He's my best friend.
Absolutely chilling.
He's keeping an eye on things, clearly.
Moderator.
Yeah, but his name is Sydney.
I get a special Allium happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Do you want
Happy
to come here,
birthday.
actually?
Yeah,
You can get on the live.
Welcome. This is my wonderful mum. It's her birthday today. Funnily enough, date of the release, so very fitting.
Yeah.
Because I am a witch.
You are, wow, if that's
Okay, I'll leave now.
you see where I get it from.
You're my favourite band.
As we should be. So yeah, we're producing an album. The date of the release is still yet to be confirmed. All the songs have been written now, so
It's just a case of getting all the finishing touches done, getting everything sorted.
But my personal favourite,
This is a loaded question. There's a lot to...
my favourite, this is difficult. I personally have a huge personal attachment to Witches, which is the song that's been released today. I wrote it when I was at a very vulnerable point at the beginning of the year, and there was a lot of things going on for me, and I kind of wrote it as like finding freedom and breaking out of this mould that I'd found myself in for a really long time. And since then, I've learnt so much more since then anyway, so it's taken on a different form, a whole new meaning, but I feel like it's a very universal song as well, because there's so much meaning behind it, so anyone can kind of relate to it and apply their own story, because everyone feels like that in a way.
Definitely. Yeah, without a doubt. It's tricky for me. I like a lot of the songs for different reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I want to name. I don't really want to name drop too many.
Well, we both have one in mind that hasn't been released that we both feel very strongly about.
It's made its debut at the Zen
has,
Alley,
yesterday.
which was received very, very well.
Yeah, first time it's been played or showcased. And that song is...
Cognition.
So that's another one that we're really excited about.
Doubt.
Obviously, In the Dark was the song that
Oh
started
yeah,
it
that
all.
was... I think that'll always be in my kind of... If I had to rank them in my top 3, that'll always be near the top.
For sure. Can you see him? You certainly can. He is making sure his appearance is made.
Yeah.
Everyone will know him. He's a famous cat.
Allium's 5th member.
He actually pretty much is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the inner circle. So
Mm-hmm.
The other question that we've got written down has actually been asked in this chat already, but I guess we'll go over it for the people that haven't been here. What was the inspiration for Witches? Actually, was that a question?
I mean, you talk about the meaning of Witches.
Yeah. So the inspiration is kind of finding freedom from a situation that you may have felt trapped in for a long time, and kind of coming into your own identity. And another thing that's interesting about the whole idea behind the lyrics is witches are kind of a group that have been looked down on over many, many years, and kind of finding almost like relating to that in a sense and resonating with that and that whole realm kind of puts a whole other perspective on the entire group as a being. And so that's another nice idea that I played around with when writing that one. How did you all meet, and what kick-started the idea of forming the band? I suppose we can go
we've
this one
kind
again.
of already done it, but to be honest, it's just college.
Yeah, college.
That's where it all started.
3 out of 4 of us met through college.
Yeah.
We obviously weren't all in a band together then.
Yeah.
But we all recognise each other as great musicians. I've been working with Tom as a musician for...
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years now. Coming up to 3, I imagine.
Yeah, because it would have been
And it's
before
gone
college
September.
started, and it's now, yeah.
Have we been making music together for over 3
That's
years?
that's kind of scary to think about, actually.
We're growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the kickstarting idea as well was our old band. We broke up. That was all quite political, all quite messy.
Yeah.
And so we all just like really needed to keep making music.
Very keen to keep going.
Outlet, start gigging as well, because we
Yeah.
never really had that opportunity in college.
Yeah.
Because you know,
I think
A,
we really,
COVID, and
yeah.
B, plenty of other reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been craving for it for a long, long time, and to
Mhm.
be in this position, to be gigging regularly, to be producing music and creating
Yeah.
new music all the time, we've all been
Without a
waiting a
doubt.
long time. Yeah.
Very grateful for all the
Oh,
support we've had over the
100%.
past. God, how long have we been a band now? Well, since February.
Since February, so we worked this out before the
Yeah.
live stream started actually. 8 months we've been together, which both feels like a really short amount of time and a really, really long amount of time.
In some aspects, it's gone so quick.
Like, I mean, this whole year has gone quickly.
Yeah.
But in terms of like just starting things and how many
Yeah.
gigs and how much progress you've made in this time, it's gone really quick. It's gone really fucking
Yeah,
quick.
I think a lot of it is we're never without a target.
Yes.
So we're always discussing, right, what's next?
next?
What have we got to do now? Which
Hey!
segues very cleanly onto
Nice little transition
what's next
there.
for the band. Well, as I think we've previously
Yeah, this
hinted at
is
across our page and kind of announced here,
album.
album.
Yeah, it's actually a concept album as well. So there's been so much work going into it. There's a whole story behind each song, and and we're so excited to work on it and share that with you guys.
I can't wait to get it out.
It's 10 songs on the album. We don't want to give away too much, but
Mhm.
I have a good feeling that you guys are going to really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
It's going to be great. It'll be great to see everyone trying to unpick how all the songs link together.
Oh god, yeah.
Because for us it's easy, because we know,
we've got a whole story
Yeah.
written out. We've got a whole story.
but it'll be interesting to see how well that translates.
And another thing that we're going to be moving on to next, which will showcase the story more, hopefully next year, music videos. Different links of
Absolutely.
stories, so you guys can understand more and more. And we'll be, giving you guys little bits
hmm
until it's all there for you.
In terms of the immediate futures in the next few months, next month we are playing, this month now, October, we're supporting Dead Rubber Dolls at the Louisiana for a Halloween themed release party.
We'll all be dressed
Which,
up.
if anyone's coming, fancy dress, encouraged.
And we've actually got another gig before then.
Oh yeah.
Next Saturday, we are playing at the Rope Walk in Bedminster. We'll be doing like a 45-minute set for you guys
Is that
there.
how long it's going to be?
Yeah, about that. She said
That's
play
cool.
for however long we want.
Perfect.
It's actually where I've been working for the past couple of years. So it's closing down. So it's a little homage
Yeah.
to the pub. Isaac Dearden. So what gave you the motivation to bounce back from any low points the band might have experienced? That's a
Ooh.
really good question.
For me, it's just been, music is all I want to do.
Yeah.
Keeping that kind of spark
Yeah.
going. And I don't know, I just feel like, for me personally, whatever happens with music, that fire is never going to get extinguished, if that makes sense.
100%.
Regardless of what happens, that drive to make music,
Yeah.
and just to keep going, that's never gonna run out for
Definitely. I also feel like there was a period of time in the summer where, we all had some plans that we all going away, doing different things. There was a period of time where we weren't rehearsing so much and gigging as much for a few weeks, and during that time I feel what really kept the band alive and kept it going was using that time to write and produce
Absolutely.
new material that we can perform to you later on. So there's always finding new things to do.
me. Yeah, keeping ourselves busy is definitely the main thing.
For sure, because there's been so much to work
Yeah.
on. So much. Just keeping the drive going, keeping the group chat alive, always on the group
Band
chat.
I think being somewhat consistent with social media, trying to keep content constantly coming out to keep people interested
for sure,
in stuff.
for
That's
sure.
always
And
always like
also-
a backbone kind of thing. If we've not got
Yeah.
anything, I don't know, musically we can do that day, one of us is busy, it's always easy to chuck out a story and talk with you guys on here.
Yeah, and you know, as well as that is like finding different ways to promote our
Absolutely.
music to keep it exciting for
Yes.
you guys.
I think that's why I enjoy the Ask Allium stuff so much, because it gives us that opportunity to, you know, anyone who doesn't come to the live shows and that, it's that experience. Like now,
Yeah, for
got
sure.
chat without having to, you know, have them right in front of you. I think is cool.
It's really cool. Got another question from Anita. If you can perform at any festival, which one would it be?
Boxfest.
Boxfest. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, oh god. See, if you'd asked me this a few years ago, I would have been Glastonbury, and obviously I would love to play there, but it's just become such a huge festival,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I feel like maybe a slightly smaller one catered to more rock music, so we
Absolutely.
can make more connections in that field. I know 2000 Trees is a really cool rock festival, so that would be really awesome to play at as well.
Yeah. I think at this point in time, just some kind of smaller festival. Because I mean, in terms of just getting up on a massive stage and playing in front of people, that's pretty daunting.
Well, yeah,
But-
we're ready for
Yeah.
it. We're ready for it. But yeah, I definitely would say at this point in time, 2000 Trees would be a really cool festival to play.
Absolutely.
Who writes your
From-
songs?
yeah.
Is it a combined effort from Nicole? Well,
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, definitely.
we wouldn't be able to make the songs without, if we had one member missing, you know, it takes
Yeah.
all of us to create the sound and the music that we do. In terms of like the process, if you go over that again, Tom will generally come up with a musical idea, riff, and kind of build off that. Once there's sort of like a structure in place,
Mhm.
I'll go in and I'll start writing lyrics. Maybe sometimes I'll start by improvising lyrics, but then I'll, you know, write the lyrics of the song, come up with a melody. And once there's that foundation set, Danny and Lewis will bring in their little spark, their little touch, and make it something completely unique.
They're great.
They're really fucking
It's such a
great.
shame they
Shout
couldn't be
out
here
to
today.
them, I know. What is the band's ultimate goal,
Ooh.
and how do you think you will get there from Isaac Did? And again,
Persistence.
yeah, keeping things coming, consistency. We really don't have like an end goal.
Yeah.
We're kind of just seeing where
I
we can go and always
Yeah.
keep moving forward.
I think a lot of it started from a place of, for me anyway, I'm not fussed about how many people listen. If you want to
No.
listen, please, you're more than welcome. But for me anyway, it's come from very much a place of, this is our music.
Creating
We're-
something that
we're
we're proud,
proud
of.
of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
That kind of, I don't know,
definitely.
self-enjoyment you get out of it.
And also, I've wanted to write an album for a very long
Same.
time as well. So that's kind of been like our year goal.
Yeah.
And we've kind of begun
Yeah.
very, very nicely. The timing has been perfect.
That's definitely been a massive one, getting an album done. But in
Mm.
terms of overarching goal, I just think to stay real to ourselves.
Yeah.
I think saying that now, you know, record this, clip it, whatever.
Yeah.
But staying true to where we came from,
Mm.
what we want out of the band. Well, not.
The music, the type of music that
That's
we
what I
want to
mean.
create.
Yeah.
You know, still experimenting with sound, but
Absolutely.
having something that we identify with and that we're proud of.
Yeah.
Another thing as well is like I also feel like our growth for this year and the time that we've been a band has been a lot more than
We
I
could have ever
originally
expected. Yeah.
So like to kind of have a goal now after seeing so much support and so much growth in such a short space of time, it's kind of like, how can we set a goal and this
Yeah.
has already happened? Like so much has come from it already.
Yeah, I mean, it's more exciting just seeing what happens rather than kind of going.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's great to have an idea in mind and to push yourself towards that, but it's also exciting not knowing what's going on and kind of.
Yeah, and just watching it, putting
Yeah.
things out and seeing how they're received.
Definitely.
It's been really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks guys. We are gonna play you a song.
Yeah.
A little bit of acoustic witches.
Mhm.
Oh, and you know, before we do that, get a little Sydney promo. This is Sid, for all of you wondering. He's my boy. He is 1, and he is very unimpressed.
Sydney moment.
It
That
is.
is a Sydney moment.
This is
to be
a
fair.
Sydney moment, but you
Does Sydney know all the words to In the Dark though? That's the real question.
See, he is more of a Witches fan.
Right.
You know, he's been watching me listen to that for a very long few months. So, yeah.
Jenny here. If you could support any act alive or dead, who would it be? Oh my god.
That's a loaded
think
fucking question, man.
I think that's kind of. I think we're all gonna have different answers to that in some regard.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh. Because it's tricky, because at the end, if you're supporting someone, you don't want to sound exactly like them. But you want to be in the same kind of field as that.
Definitely.
So obviously my instant go-to would be Green Day, but I feel like I sound quite... Actually, no, I reckon we're different enough.
But there is difference, yeah. My personal answer is probably very different to anyone in the band. My favourite band, I love psychedelic music, and I love listening to psychedelic music. And so if I were to want to support any band, it would probably be Psychedelic Prawn Crumpets. Just because, you know, it's such like a heavy, intricate sound of so many levels and depths. And they will just improvise for like 40 minutes on end. It's sick. So that would be my choice. But again, very, very different to a lot of people's.
This is where we need Lewis and Danny.
Oh god, yeah. Let's get them on there. They should have their own live stream.
Yeah, they should be up. They should be in the chat right
They
now.
should.
Putting in their answers to everyone's
Where are they
questions.
then?
Yeah, if it's not Green Day, it'd definitely be My Chem.
Especially
now they're on their reunion tour.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Destroy Boys would be kind of cool as well.
Oh my god, for
that
sure.
That would be... I think we could all mutually agree on.
Yeah.
If there was one we had to all decide on as a band, I think Destroy Boys would...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nirvana would be cool too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get this party
Let's do
started. Let's see if Sydney will want to sit here for this. This is Witches, and you can find it now on all major streaming platforms. With is you can listen to it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty more that you'll be hearing from us
Yeah.
very, very soon.
Absolutely.
So, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. And
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Bye.
How do we end this?